The Witch's Name by Altila. According to the folklore, long time ago, there was an evil immortal witch in the village. When she was angry, her anger prevented the rain from falling and summoned the heat wave and long dry season. When she was sad, her sorrow would bring an endless rain until her tears stopped. And when she was bored, she would playfully summon a storm and tornado. With her magic power, she would also randomly curse the villagers so they fell sick. The villagers couldn't take it anymore. Around this time of year, the villagers joined force and captured the witch. They did a ritual to seal her power and exiled her into the depth of the forest. With that, the peace finally returned to the village, or so they said. Still, the seal would weaken in time. When her power returned, her wrath would bring disaster once again to the village. Thus, a certain ritual was held to seal her power once again. But, since the witch wasn't here, a substitute was used. And that substitute this time is me. That day, the village chief and a group of villagers came to my doorstep. Those people were wearing various expressions while avoiding my eyes. Guilt, indifference, relief, and I could tell one of them were trying to hold back a smile. Whatever they were here for, it was probably nothing good. The witch has once more brought down her curse upon us. That's why we need to hold a ritual to calm her wrath. Then the chief looked at me. Forgive us, Joan, but we need you to be part of it. In an instant, I could grasp the meaning of his words. We have no other choice but to do this. This is for the village. Please understand, Joan. I couldn't respond, although, in the first place, they didn't have any intention to hear my respond. I felt like my blood was drained and my whole body became cold. The chief, with his old wrinkled hands, hugged my body and gently stroked my back. However, I couldn't feel any warmth. Not on his words, not on his hug, and most definitely, not on the pair of eyes staring at me. Deep down, I knew it would eventually come to this. My reputation in the village wasn't the best. If anything, it was probably the worst. They disliked me because of my eyes. They said my eyes was scary. Apparently, the witch also had purple eyes, just like me. Not that they ever met the witch, though. Some people even referred to me as the witch herself, but I was a human just like them, not a witch. I wouldn't bring disaster to the village. I couldn't curse someone. I didn't even want to do any of those. This village was my only home. Still, they wouldn't believe me even if I said so. In this village, I had no parents, no friends, no allies. The only reason I was still allowed to be here was probably as insurance. So when the time came, they could offer me as a sacrifice to the witch. That moment actually came. This evening, the women in the village dressed me in nice clothes, which I didn't have a chance to wear before. During the ritual, they made me stand in the middle of a strange circle and read a long prayer alongside them. After that, they served me some good food and drinks. Somehow, I became sleepy. They probably mixed something there, sleeping drug, for example. When I was unconscious, they brought me here, somewhere in the forest. Before I was completely out, I saw one of the women in the village looked at me with pity, and then she said, "If you want to blame someone, blame the witch." Blame the witch, huh? I don't think that'll change anything. Still, there is nothing I can do but sigh. I don't know how to go back to the village in the first place. The substitute isn't supposed to come back. After all, the substitute represents the witch. Just like the witch, the substitute was left somewhere in the forest. It was said that the substitute's soul would act as a medium to seal the witch's power. To put it blatantly, we substitutes are human sacrifices. But that what has been keeping the village peaceful and prosperous away from the witch's curse. I wonder if the ritual actually works. I look at the sky. The sun has been setting and the sky is almost dark. Judging from it, I was sleeping for around an hour. No food, no drink, no light. There's nothing around me but woods and trees. Once it's completely dark, I don't know what will become of me. If I'm unlucky, I might encounter dangerous animals. I bitterly laugh at my current state. Even after they told me that I would be named as the substitute, I never really tried to escape. I was holding on the hope that they wouldn't proceed with the ritual. Or something might, by any chance, prevented the ritual to take place, or someone with a shred of humanity would save me. Until the last minute, I still hoped so. I must be a fool to believe in such fantasy. Even now, I just can't get rid of my tiny little hope that someone will get me out of this place. I know it won't come true, but I just want to believe in something. Still, I can't just stay here. First, I should look for a place to stay tonight. I carefully walk around the forest to search for a place. The lack of lighting makes it difficult to see the path. Moreover, my outfit keeps getting stuck on something, making it even harder to proceed. I walk and walk and walk. Although I don't know where I'm heading or where I'm supposed to go, I continue to walk. While walking, I picked some edible plants and fruits to eat. I walk, racing with the light that continued to fade away. Without waiting for me to find the proper place, the night comes. It'll be dangerous to walk around at night. There is no choice. We'll just stay here tonight. I hope there won't be any dangerous animals. I sit down near a big rock and eat some fruits I picked before. As expected, when the night falls, it's getting chilly. Even though I'm wearing a cloak, the coldness still seeps to my skin. I rub my hands together, making myself warmer, then examine my surroundings. My eyes have adjusted to the darkness, so at least I can still see around myself to some extent. It finally occurred to me. I'm alone. When I listen to my surroundings, there are only sounds of nature. The sound of buzzing bugs, chirping birds, rustling leaves, and other resounding sounds of forest animals. Honestly, they sound spooky. The usual voices aren't here. No sounds of civilization, no human voice, no human's presence. Shiver runs down my spine for the first time. I feel frightened of being alone. Although I was by myself all the time in the village, technically, I have neighbors. There were still people around me. I was never completely alone. Being all by yourself in a wild like this is terrifying. I hold my knees and shut my eyes. I'm scared. If the witch really exists, if the villagers actually exiled her to this kind of place, doesn't that mean she had been all alone this whole time? If our village has been doing this ritual from time to time, then those substitutes, did they die alone somewhere in this forest? Alone? In solitude? Am I going to die alone too? Perhaps it's because of the darkness in the atmosphere, but my mind starts to cloud as if enveloped by a thick fog. No, I don't want to. I don't want to be alone. I want to go home. Someone, please help me. Someone. Father? Mother? I start to call out to anyone, but I cannot think of a name. That anyone is basically no one. Anyone is fine. Even the witch is fine. If you really are out there, please, somehow, please save me. Suddenly, a strong cold wind blows. I open my eyes, stand up and look around me. Somehow, the surrounding atmosphere seems to change. The sound that I have been hearing suddenly disappears, as if the world has gone silent. I haven't moved, but I feel like I'm on a completely different place. Or maybe a different dimension? What I can say is that the forest becomes creepier. Suddenly, I can hear the sound of broken twigs nearby. I quickly turn around to the direction of the sound. Someone appears from a nearby bush. It's a man with animal ears and tail. Seeing his unusual appearance, I rub my eyes to make sure I'm not seeing things. It turns out I'm not. Is he human? But what's with the ears and tail? Are you a human? Hearing my question, the man laughs. Human? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Do I look like a human to you? No. Right. I'm not. Then, a ghost? No, you have legs. Then, am I dreaming? Am I hallucinating right now? Or could it be... Am I dead? Dead? What are you talking about? What do you think so? Well, I decide to tell the man about what happened to me until now, about the ritual, and about the witch. I see. As expected of them. He seems to know about something about the villagers. Sailing the witch's power with such ritual. You seriously believe in those? Well, probably. I'm not quite sure, but I guess there is a possibility that it might work. I see. Fair enough. But I can't imagine the so-called witch could be defeated with some kind of cheap trick. Cheap trick, huh? I guess it is. Anyways, no worries. As far as I can tell, you are still alive. And this is neither your hallucination, neither your dream. Unfortunately, this is reality. I'm still alive. Thank goodness. But Is this really a good thing? I bit my lips and shift my gaze downward. I can't really tell. Is it really okay? After all, I have no place to go and no place to come back. At least not until bad things that happen to the village disappear. Maybe if I can somehow negotiate with the witch. One question suddenly appears in my mind. Something that I or anyone in the village ever questioned before. Does the witch actually exist? The immortal witch has been labeled as the source of misfortune and disaster to the village, but no one in the village ever seen the witch. Nobody knows how she looks like. The thought that she probably doesn't exist makes my body tremble. If she doesn't exist, then what am I here for? What's wrong? I lift my head and stare directly into the cat-like eyes. Does she really exist? The witch, I mean. Maybe, just maybe, this person by any chance might know about the witch. Please, please, please say that she's real. Are you saying that you don't know about that? Even though you got sacrificed for the witch? Yes, unfortunately. The man laughs again. Humans sure is stupid. Well, I couldn't agree more. After all, I am also a human. A stupid, foolish being. She exists. She is? Yes, she is. How can you be so sure? You're the one asking, but you're doubting me? Fine, I'll tell you. I'm a demon. My eyes widened in surprise. I can't believe my own ears. Demon? Right. Never heard of one before? You said I didn't look like a human? True, because I'm a demon. I shake my head. No one has ever talked about a demon in the village. As for myself, I've never thought about the existence before. About that, I'm sorry? The man, claiming himself as a demon, just shrugged. Demons exist, as well as the witch. Good news for you, I even personally know this immortal witch you are talking about. He knows about her? Right. I hope my ears aren't playing tricks on me. I mean, I just heard something great. She exists! The immortal witch exists! I can't describe just how relieved I am to hear that she's not just a made-up character. About the witch. You know her, right? Then, do you know where she is? Please let me meet her. The demon tilts his head while looking with my furrowed eyebrows. You wanna meet her? Yes, please. Why? Why? That's because I want to help the village. Huh? Right now, it's very bad in the village. The crops haven't been looking too good for these past years. We have crops failures and not enough harvest. It hasn't rained for months. Our river and well are almost dry. The water isn't enough for irrigation and everyday stuffs. Our food and water supply is depleting, and people are getting sick. Not to mention there was a tornado recently. And you think those are because of the witch's curse? That's... Well, I'm not sure about it myself, but it's possible. That's why I needed to see her. I have to meet the witch. I have to make sure whether she is the one causing all of those or not. And if she is, I want to know why and stop her. My voice cracked out of nervousness. My hands are trembling, but I want to clearly tell him my intention. maybe he will let me meet the witch. I'll look at him, hoping he will feel my desperation. But instead he laughs. In an instant, the demon moves closer. I don't even see him move, but when I blink, he's already right in front of me. Surprised, I take a step back. Are you dumb? Huh? The demon grins. I can see those fangs of his. They look sharper up close. The demon grins. I can see those fangs of his. They look sharper up close. Then, he points his index finger at me. His long, sharp nails just an inch away from my skin. I can't help but shudder. You got sacrificed, thrown into the forest, but you still want to help them? You should get mad, seek revenge, ask the witch to curse them or something. Show those villagers that they're just reaping what they sow. Speechless, I can only try to stare at my own reflection on the demon's dilated eyes. There's hatred and frustration mixed in his gaze as he shouted at me. Maybe he was just doing a thing that demons do, whispering humans to do malicious things. However, it might be my imagination or my wishful thinking, but I feel like he is getting mad in my stead. Still, I cannot agree with him. To be honest, the things he said just now, they never really crossed into my mind. But if I do that, they will hate me. I don't want to hate because I don't want to be hated. Even if I was ignored, even if I was disliked, I endured it. I didn't want them to hate me even more. I told myself that I shouldn't be greedy. I was fine with just being there, having a place to call home. Now that I'm here, I don't know what to feel. I just want to go back, but I have nowhere to return to but that village. If I can't convince the witch and help the village, maybe they'll let me return. You know that is impossible. They sent you here. That means they don't want you to return. I bit my lower lip in frustration. Even without him telling me, I already know that. But if I do something like that, I won't be any different from the witch. Huh? The demon frowns. The atmosphere surrounding him began to change. He was smirking and laughing like a maniac a while ago, but there's not even a single trace of smile on his face right now. His eyes look like they are peeking deep into my soul. It feels like I'm gazing into the abyss. He raises his hand to touch his chin, as if he is thinking about something. I notice that his nails are somehow larger than before. I gulp. Now that I think again, he did say he is a demon. Probably noticing my nervous stare, he smirks and licks the tail of his... Probably noticing my nervous stare, he smirks and licks that nail of his. The sight makes me even more anxious than scared. Suddenly, he bursts into laughter. I'm both startled and confused by his action. Nervously, I take a step back, but in response, he takes a step forward. Witch this, witch that. Shut up, will you? You guys don't even know anything about her. Huh? I guess we haven't introduced ourselves. I'm a demon. Also, I am that witch's familiar. When I heard this introduction, my heart skipped a beat. The witch's familiar? Right. I'm her loyal companion, her black cat. Oh no. Does that mean I was slandering his master all this time? No need to be scared. I'm not mad at you. I flinch as he hits bullseye. The demon laughs as he takes some steps back. My fear is probably amusing him. Still, I'm a little annoyed that you and those villagers talk about my witch like that. That's why, let's play a game. Huh? I said, let's play a game. A game? I'm not sure if I follow. I'll let you meet the witch, burn down your village, or anything you wish for. I will do whatever you say, but only if you win the game. If I lose? Well, if you lose, I will just leave you here all alone like before. You're not going to eat me? Wow. Are you that confident that you will taste good? I bet someone as dumb as you will taste gross though. I don't know whether I should be relieved because I won't be eaten or offended. That aside, this is a perfect opportunity. If I want to meet the witch, what do you say? Are you in? Sure, I will participate. What's the game? Well, it's easy. You only need to guess the witch's name. The witch's name? Yes, your village told a lot of stories about that witch, so it should be easy, right? You can start by guessing now, by the way. I try to dig up my memories, but nothing comes to mind. Now that he mentioned it, even though I heard a lot of bad things about the witch, Now that he mentioned it, even though I heard a lot of bad things that the witch did, no one ever mentioned her name. That's weird. I can only look blankly at the ground. I don't know her name, but if I can't answer this, I can't meet her. What should I do? Okay then, if you're ready, let's go. The demon smirks and pulls something from a small bag in his waist. It's a small crystal emitting a dim light. Huh? What now? What are you surprised of? Do you think I will make you guess out of nothingness? Huh? Are you not? That will be too boring. I mean, I bet neither you nor other villagers know her name. Then how? We use this. The demon shoves a crystal to my face. What is that? This is a fragment of the witch's memories. Her memories? Right. I told you, right? You guys know nothing about her. Not her name, not how she is like, not how her life is. I don't like the idea of someone like that to meet my witch. That's why I'm letting you meet her. That's why I'm letting you meet the past her here. You should be thankful. For a demon, he sure said some good things. Anyway, let's do this. Oh, wait! Without waiting for me to get mentally ready, the demon grabs my hand. I feel like my consciousness is fading and my body feels light. The next second, everything became pitch black. When she was still alive, the witch's mother used to say that she shouldn't use her power. The witch shouldn't let others know about her power's existence. Once they knew, people would be scared. If she got found out, she would be hated. After all, many people couldn't accept things that were different from them. Then, she would lose her home, the place she belonged to. Of course, the witch didn't want that to happen, so she promised her mother that she would never use her power. The witch loved the village, the place where she spent her time and her childhood with her mother. She loved that place more than the faraway sea that her mother used to talk about. Slowly, I can feel my consciousness return. I feel like I just saw something, like a dream. I cannot clearly recall it, but I think it belongs to the witch. Oi! Open your eyes already. When I opened my eyes, I can see a familiar scenery. Familiar, but something is different. This place. My village? The demon laughs. Yes and no. What do you mean? We are inside the witch's memories. So this place is your village, but in the past. I see. So, where is the witch? The demon points at the woman who are already heading towards our way. Suddenly, I remember that people in the village said that my eyes have the same color as the witch. That woman, just like me, has purple eyes. Turns out their words were true. My eyes follows her movement as she walks closer. The more I look at her, the more I doubt that she is evil, immortal, that she is the immortal evil witch mentioned in the folklore. I thought the witch would look scary and arrogant, but she looks calm and docile. Excuse me! I tried to call out to her, but she didn't respond. Did she not hear me? To my surprise, the witch walks past me. She didn't even look at me as if I'm a ghost. Huh? Seeing what I just did, the demon burst into laughter. Are you dumb? Seriously, are you dumb? I told you, this is just memories, but you went and tried to talk to her. Oh, please. Bewildered, I look at the demon who is laughing so much. Look at this. The demon tried to grab the witch with his hand, decorated with long, sharp nails. If he touches her, the nails would definitely hurt her. My body moves on reflexes to stop the demon, but something weird happened. His hand passes through her? We are spectators here. We can watch, but we cannot interact with them. Of course, they cannot see us either. I see. After hearing his explanation, I sigh in relief. Then my focus shifted back to the witch. There are two men walking from opposite direction, one of them holding a sickle. As soon as they saw the witch, they smile. Good afternoon. Are you going somewhere? Oh, good afternoon. I need to deliver something to the chief. If it's the chief, I think he'll still be on the field. Yes. He looked really dejected about the crops. I mean, us too, but... Are they not looking good? Not a good harvest. Well, we did what we can, but the drought is just bad this year. I see. Anyway, the two of us need to get back. Yeah, well, thank you for telling me. No problem. See you later. The witch and the two men walk to the opposite direction. When the men are rather far away, I can hear them whispering. She is beautiful today too, Miss M. True, her looks is better than most girls in the village. If only she would smile more. Haha, you are right. The men continue to chat as they walk away. Neither the men nor the witch can be seen anymore, but my eyes still fixated on the place where they exchanged words before. I can barely digest the information that I just got. The woman referred as the witch doesn't look like an evil person at all. She looked like on a friendly term with the villagers, if anything. They seemed to fancy her. What's wrong? No, I'm just confused. Confused? This is just the beginning, you know? There's still more to watch. I take a deep breath. He's right. It's only the beginning. No matter what I see after this, I need to confront it calmly. By the way, don't you forget your purpose here. Yes, I need to find clues to guess her name. Glad you remember. Anyway, let's follow her. I run as fast as I can in order to catch up with the witch. The witch is sitting on the bench and an old man who looks old enough to be her grandfather. He is probably the village chief that they mentioned before. Between them is a box of food inside. Aunt asked me to bring this to you. She said you need to eat and rest, Chief. Thank you. This brings me back. Your mother used to deliver my lunch too, with my daughter. Now that I look at you, you really resemble Ingrain, your mother when she was your age. Is that so? The chief smiles, but it soon fades. At times, things are not like this. The chief hangs his head down as he lets out a heavy sigh. I wonder what's wrong with the village. It has been like this for the past few years. Drought, crops failure. Our well and river is drying. The food is depleting. The sickness is spreading. It's just as if we are cursed. When I heard about the village's condition, I remember my own village. Going by the assumption that what happened to my village is the witch is doing, and she might be the one behind this too. However, I myself doubt that assumption. I mean, the so-called witch in front of me looks just as frustrated. I can see it clearly since I'm standing right in front of her. While listening to the chief, she bites her lower lip and clenched her fists. But why? I can't figure out why she has such an expression on her face. I try to lean closer. Why are you making a face like that? What are you thinking right now? Hey! I have so many questions to ask you right now. I know my words won't be able to reach her. My words will be left unheard. Still, I want to talk to her. I want to tell her that I want to know more about her. What kind of person are you? Are you a good person or a bad person? Why are you so different from what people said? Are you really the witch? I want to know the true her. Suddenly, everything becomes black. Before long, the scenery is back. Both I and the demon seems to be still in the past village. Looks like the memories ended like that. Now, we're on a different part of our memories. It ended so abruptly. Hey, that's why it's called fragments. Anyway, look. The demon points at the pink-haired woman. It's the witch. She's on the field with a black cat sitting on her lap. Upon closer inspection, she seems to be applying bandages to the cat's leg. It's really unusual for a cat to be in a place like this. Mr. Black Cat, are you lost? The cat meowed in return. For a moment, I thought the cat would speak in a human language. Of course, the cat just answered with a meow. After all, it's a cat. Are you alone? Me too. Despite knowing the cat can only answer with meow, the witch continued to talk to the cat. The cat, as if understands what the witch said, meow again. He comes closer to the witch and starts rubbing his cheeks on the witch. In return, he gets a head pat. I look at the cat, and then the demon, and back to the cat. I think I repeat it for 2 or 3 times, and the demon starts to look annoyed. What is it? Is that cat by any chance? Somehow I have a feeling that the black cat in front of us is the demon. But the demon next to me looked more human than the real cat. And he doesn't meow either. Right. That's me. Cute, right? But it's a cat. The demon giggled. Not like I'm a demon from the start. Then, just shut up and watch. Hey, Mr. Black Cat, can I tell you something? There's something bothering me, but I can't tell anyone about it. You see, I've been thinking, maybe I should use my powers after all. My mother told me never to use it, but the village is in trouble. The villagers are suffering from the drought. They even start to call it a curse. There's no magical energy, so I don't think it's a curse. I can help them. I want to help, but I have to keep my promise with my mother. Mr. Black Cat, I don't know what to do with this guilt. The witch hugs the cat. As if trying to comfort the witch, the cat caresses her cheeks with his paws. Thank you. The witch puts the cat down and gets up and tries to leave, but the cat follows her. What is it, Mr. Black Cat? You want to come with me? The cat meowed and proceeded to nuzzle his head to the witch's leg. Is that a yes? I see. Then I will take you with me. I heard a witch is usually accompanied with a black cat as her familiar. Guess you're my familiar now. Carefully, the witch lifts the cat up. A smile forms on her face as she looks at the cat. What should I call you? How about Elaine? Oh, you like it? Then let's take care of each other from now on, Elaine. Elaine. The name of the witch's black cat, as well as the name of the demon next to me. I don't know why, but the names somehow resonate with me. Why? I shouldn't have known that name. Just so you know, you're not allowed to call me with that name. It's reserved just for her. I understand. That was what I said, but in truth, I feel a little disappointed. One more thing. If you are wondering whether my name has anything to do with her name, the answer is no. It's just a random name she came up with. I see. Anyway, how is it? Have your thoughts about her changed a little? It's confusing. I don't know what to believe anymore. Are you sure this is the witch's memories? It is. But even if it's a fake, it doesn't matter. That doesn't affect the condition of our game. You still need to guess her name either way. I see. Ready to answer? Not yet. He's right. My objective is to find out her name. I should focus on that, and yet I feel like once we get out from the witch's memories, something inside me will change. In some ways, scared me. Once again, everything became black. Maybe just like before. It's time to change a memory. This time, the people seems busier but livelier than before. I look at my right and left, the soil is damp and I can smell the earth. The rain finally fell after months. I hope with this rainwater can replenish our water storage even a little. Is the dry season over? No, it's not. It's the witch's doing. Huh? You might as well see it with your own eyes. Follow me. The demon turns his back and starts walking. I quietly follow behind him. We walk towards this quite secluded place of the village. It's a field of tall grass. I think in my village, this place is now used as a place for the ritual. Among the tall grass stands a woman figure accompanied by a cat. Thank goodness the magic worked. This is my first time using magic after a long time. I was scared it would fail. The witch looks at her cat and smiles. You know, Elaine, I've decided. From now on, I will use my magic to help the villagers. When it's in drought, I will make it rain. When it's raining a lot, I will make it sunny. I will use my magic to protect this village, to protect my home. I know my mother told me not to, but if it's for this village, she will forgive me, right? Across the field, I can only stare at her blankly. She used her magic to help the village. She said she wanted to protect the village. Is this the truth? Then, how did she become an evil being in the folklore I know? Just, what happened here? You will know soon. After he said that memory comes into an end. Then, we move into the part of the witch's memories. When we arrive, the demon frowns. You better prepare yourself for this one. Oh, okay. Because he said that, I became nervous all of a sudden. I take a deep breath, bracing myself to whatever might happen. From a distance, I can see the witch running while looking at her right and left. Her face is pale, and she seems to be out of breath, but she keeps running. Elaine? Elaine? Where are you, Elaine? Elaine! Elaine, please be safe. From the look of her face, it mustn't have been anything good. She doesn't look good. What happened? Why is she looking for you? Rather than talking to me, shouldn't you chase after her? You're right. Just as the demon suggested, we chase after the witch. Then, we arrive at the field with tall grass from before. Somehow, this time, our many people gathered around. When they noticed the witch, all of their attention shifted towards the witch. That's her! I look at the villagers. The way they look at the witch, those gaze, feel familiar to me. As the same one as the people from my village gave me. The intimidating, judging look as if I'm an evil being. There's a visible confusion on the witch's face. She takes a step back from the intimidation, but then her eyes widened when she looks at the ground. No way. A black cat lying on the ground. Elaine! The witch immediately rushed to the black cat. Then she notices the black cat is bleeding a lot. There are several wounds on its body. Elaine! Elaine! The cat is no longer moving, no longer breathing, is no longer alive. The witch grows even paler. Tears began to flow from her eyes to her cheeks as she holds her cat's lifeless body. Why, Elaine? Why are you doing this to him? Why? That should be our question. What? We know your true identity. What are you talking about? You're a witch, aren't you? I saw you the other day. You were here with that vile cat doing something suspicious. Then, all of a sudden, it was raining. You and your cat must have been doing something behind our backs. You have been manipulating the rain all this time, right? No, this is a misunderstanding. Then you must have put a curse on this village. This black cat must have been part of your curse, right? If not, what is a black cat even doing here in this village? I've never do such a thing. And Elaine doesn't have anything to do with it. You witch! There is no use denying it. Just admit your wrongdoings. Wrongdoings? No, It's true. I am a witch. It's true that I can make it rain. See? She finally admits it. No, listen to me. I'm doing it for the village. For the village? Yes. I want to help the village. I can't stand it anymore seeing the village suffering. So I've been trying to make the rainfalls here. If so, then why now? If you can do something like that, then why didn't you do it a long time ago? Why didn't you do something before it gets to this point? That's because... Enough of your excuses, you witch! Witch! You witch! It's all your fault. Yes, your fault. Your fault. You witch. It's your fault. They continued to shout those words at the dumbfounded witch. She tried to help the village, but they accused her. She tried to explain herself, but nobody believes her. Not the villagers at the time and not the villagers in the future. To think that I'm the one of those makes my stomach churn. She cannot say anything in return, knowing that nobody is willing to listen to her. Then, she just quietly carries the black cat's body away from the place. What in the world? I'm at a loss for what happened. My brain just stopped working. Hesitantly, I look at the demon. Did the villagers kill you? They killed a cat? That's right. Huh? But why? I don't understand. The demon laughs, but his eyes aren't. Just by looking at him, I can tell he holds quite a resentment towards those people. Human would naturally fear the unknown. For example, magic and witches. The same applies to black cats. There are people who believe black cats can bring bad luck. I was a normal cat though. My fur just happened to be black. I swear, you people are a bunch of idiots to believe in such superstition. I shut my eyes tight. My head hurts. My stomach hurts. My heart hurts. It's like being torn to pieces. I feel sick. I feel suffocated. I feel like I can't breathe. The witch, she was just like me. The things she experienced, they were also familiar to me. When I look at her, I feel like seeing myself, the pain she went through, as if it was as my own. Is this the demon playing tricks on me? Or is it really the past that I didn't know? What if it's the truth? Doesn't that mean everything about her and the people in my village said is a lie? I didn't know what I've been living under false stories all this time. Didn't I unknowingly antagonize her too? The reason I played this guessing game in the first place is to meet the witch. But now that I saw all of these, I start wavering. What should I say when I finally meet her What should I say when I finally meet her, the real her, face to face? Can I ask her to help the villagers? Will she forgive them? Will she forgive me? The witch had a familiar, a cat with black fur and amber eyes. To the witch, who no longer had parents, the cat was her only family. The cat, too, loved her very much. However, their peaceful days didn't last long. Although it was to help the village, the witch broke her promise with her mother. When the villagers found out that she was a witch, they started to blame her and accused her for their misfortune. The cat was furious. The cat knew that the witch was a very kind-hearted person. But the villagers didn't spare the witch and definitely not her cat. They killed the cat and chased the witch out from the village. Even in its death, the cat loathed the villagers. The feeling was so intense that it became to corrupt the cat's soul. When he realized he had obtained an appearance close to a human, his soul was reborn as a demon, a being with a dark soul as dark as an obsidian. That demon's name is Elaine. Oi! What are you doing? Open your eyes already! When I opened my eyes, we're on a different place. Looks like we moved memories when my eyes were closed. When I look around, I found the witch kneeling on the ground. In front of her there is a grave she made to bury her cat. I'm sorry, Elaine. This is all my fault. My mother was right. I shouldn't have used this power. Now, just as she feared, everyone hates me. It's not your fault. It's the fault of those Language, Elaine. I mean, those villagers is the one at fault, not you. My eyes widened in surprise when a familiar figure appeared. It's the demon. I rubbed my eyes and blinked several times. Looks like my eyes are just fine. Then, I look at my left. The demon is here. Huh? There are two of them? Not this again. When are you going to fix that dumb head of yours? I'm still here. That one is my past self. Didn't I tell you we cannot interact with the people in the past? My head was a mess for a while, so I couldn't think straight. Now that I calmed down a bit, I realized that he is right. The one next to me is the demon, and the one next to the witch is Elaine. The witch shakes her head. The witch approaches Elaine. Hesitantly, she touches the demon's sigil on his chest. You, being a demon, is also my fault, right? No, it's not. Would you stop blaming yourself? You didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. Ah! Don't apologize! Elaine can only sigh. Anyway, what are you going to do now? They chased you out of the village. You can't go back there. I don't know. Should we burn the whole village down? Or should we just curse them all? No. Why? Let's teach those that they're just reaping what they sow. Elaine? No swearing. But why do you hate the idea of revenge so much? If I do that, they will hate me. They already do. I don't want them to hate me even more. This exchange sounds awfully familiar. Then, let's just forget about the village. Those villagers are assholes anyway. Elaine? I will be more careful. Anyway, how about we go on an adventure or something? I bet there are some interesting places out there. Or maybe we could find other witches. There's no way you're the only one, right? Or maybe you have somewhere you want to go. Hearing Elaine's words, the witches blinks in confusion. We? You and I? Yeah. Do you see anyone else here? No, but you're going with me? Why? Elaine laughs. You're quite dumb sometimes, Master. Why did you just call your witch dumb? I did. I mean, you are dumb. I might be in this form. I no longer look like your adorable pet cat. But I'm still me. At least on the inside, I'm still your familiar. Your black cat, Elaine. I'm not a stray cat. Whatever you are, my place is by your side. If not, where should I go? Hearing Elaine's words, a smile forms on the witch's face. I see. Thank you, Elaine. Actually, there is a place I want to see. See? You actually have one. Yeah, well, you know, my mother loves this place called Sea. She said it's a calming and peaceful place. It's like an enormous pond, but with salty water. Everywhere you see, there's water, as if it's stretched to the horizon. She said that the sunset is especially beautiful there. When it's morning, the water looks blue, just like the sky. But when the sun sets, the water changed in color. Even when she was there, she said she couldn't forget the sound of the waves and the sight of the water that sparkled under the sun. Which she loved it so much, and that she thought the sea when she named me. She wanted me to bring bright yet calming person, just like a sea in the morning. Sounds great. If that's where you want to go, I will accompany you. Elaine grins and extends his hand to the witch. Shall we go then? To this place called Sea. The witch gets up and fixes her crumpled skirt. Then, she takes that outstretched hand in front of her with a smile. When I realized suddenly, we are back in the forest where we met. Looks like the previous memory is the last one, but I'm still in a daze trying to process things. There is something weird from the memories. If the witch and Elaine went to see the sea, why is he here, on the place near the village he despises? Did they conclude their journey and came back? More questions appearing inside my head, but before I can think about them, the demon's voice snaps me back to reality. Now that you've seen the witch's memories, what do you think? I clenched my fist. All this time I believed the folklore. I believed the witch is evil. No matter what the villagers did, no matter what the villagers said, I tried to forgive it. I tried to justify them all. When I saw the witch's memories, I think the villagers are... They were cruel. I think the villagers were too cruel. Why did they do those things without trying to listen and understand the witch? They just wanted to blame someone in their misfortunes. My thoughts exactly. Honestly, I'm not sure what to feel about what is right or wrong anymore. There are many things I don't understand, but I will save it for later, when I meet the witch. More importantly, I need to guess her name. If I get it right, I can meet her. Then, I can hear the truth from her own mouth.
Okay, now it's time for you to guess. What's the witch's name?
Okay, I can do this. Show hint. Here is the clues I've collected. Hint 1. One of the villagers called the witch Miss M. That's most likely her initial. Hint 2. The name of the witch's mother is Ingrain. I'm not sure if this is a hint though. Hint 3. Elaine's name doesn't have anything to do with her name. Hint 4. The witch's mother loved the sea. She remembered the sea when she named the witch. Hint 5. The witch's mother wished that her child grew up in a bright but calm, like morning sea. Additional hint. I think the witch's name consists of 6 letters. Just my intuition. Okay, I'm ready to guess. I think the witch's name is...
Too bad, you got it wrong.
Eh?
Well, as I promised, I will leave you here.
No, please. Don't leave me alone, please. I don't have a place to go. I can't go back either. Please.
Then, why don't I just eat you? I can just eat your soul. It's my food. I'm a demon after all.
What?
Now that I think about it, that's a great idea. To be honest, I'm tired of this. But hey, this way, you won't be alone anymore. So do I.
In an instant, everything turned black. I can feel nothing. I can feel something rip my heart, literally. My consciousness is leaving me, along with my body temperature. On my last moment, I can hear the demon's voice.
You know, the witch is actually not immortal. If you ripped out the heart like this, they could die. From now on, let's be together, my witch.